All right, so you want to be your own boss, huh? Work with your hands, maybe? And who doesn't love that feeling of a sparkling, clean car?
It's satisfying, right?
Totally. And that's what we're diving into today, mobile car detailing in Australia. You've done your research, you've got the entrepreneurial spirit, and we're here to help you turn those sudsy dreams into a solid business plan.
We're talking more than just a bucket and sponge here. We'll dig into the strategies in your research to help you really understand the market down under, find your niche, and build a brand that gets attention.
Okay, so you clearly see the potential in a shiny bumper, but what makes this business idea, mobile car detailing, really stand out, especially in Australia? What caught your eye in the research?
Well, Australians, especially in those busy cities like Sydney or Melbourne, they're all about convenience. They're time poor, but they still want that top-notch service. Imagine your ideal customer, right? Crazy day at work, deadlines, meetings, the works.
Been there.
Then bam, they get a notification. Their car is ready, detailed inside and out, right outside their office. That's the beauty of mobile detailing in a fast-paced market like Australia. You bring the service to them.
Okay, so convenience is key. Speaking of knowing your customers, your research mentions surveys and focus groups. Now, is that really necessary? Can't you just, start cleaning cars and figure out what people want as you go?
You're not wrong. There's nothing like diving in and getting your hands dirty, literally. But think of it this way. Before you even pick your car shampoo, wouldn't it be smart to know, what are your customers actually worried about?
Like if that harsh Aussie sun is ruining their paint job.
Exactly. Or are they eco-conscious? Do they want those eco-friendly products? Are they after a basic wash or the full spa treatment for their car?
Right. It's all about tailoring those services.
Exactly. Those insights from surveys and focus groups, those can really shape your offerings and help you target the right customers from day one.
Makes total sense. Now, this reminds me, the research also mentions something about different service packages like basic, deluxe, premium. Is that what you're talking about?
Good, 100%. Offering those tiered packages, it's all about giving choices.
Yeah.
But here's where things get interesting. Your research delves into vehicle branding. And this is where a lot of mobile businesses, they kind of miss the mark.
I have to admit, when I first saw vehicle branding, I thought, really? Is that really that important? I mean, you're already bringing the service to the customer. Isn't a flashy van just an extra cost that you could maybe do without when you're starting out?
Think of your vehicle as your mobile storefront.
A billboard on wheels?
Exactly. It's often the first thing a potential customer sees. So a professionally branded vehicle, right? Your logo, contact info, maybe even a catchy slogan.
Gotta have a good slogan.
It builds instant credibility, right? In a sea of cars, you become instantly recognizable, memorable. It makes a statement.
Okay, you've convinced me presentation matters. But then there's this whole other thing. Social media. It's a jungle out there. And the research mentions so many platforms. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It's tempting to be everywhere at once, but is that realistic or even necessary, especially if you're focusing on a local market?
You're right. You don't need to spread yourself thin trying to be on every single platform. It's about working smarter, not harder. Focus on where your ideal customer is hanging out. Think about it. Instagram, TikTok.
Visual platforms.
Bingo. You want to show off those car transformations. Before and after pictures. Nothing like a dramatic makeover to grab attention.
It's like magic, but with soap and a little elbow grease.
Exactly. And those client testimonials.
Yeah.
You want those real stories from happy customers, right?
Yeah.
They build trust and credibility like nothing else. That's where Facebook can be great for that local community feel.
Okay, so we've got convenience, we've got branding, we've got social media. Something else that kept popping up in the research was eco-friendly practices. Is that just a trend, or is there a real business advantage to going green in the car detailing world?
It's more than just a trend, especially in Australia. Australians are really environmentally conscious, and they're willing to pay for it.
So it's not just good for the planet, it's good for business.
Now you're getting it. Think about offering a waterless wash option. Use eco-friendly products. Not only are you appealing to those environmentally conscious customers, but you're potentially saving water, which saves you money, and you're minimizing your impact on the planet.
So it's a win-win for your business and the environment. Smart. But are Australians really willing to pay a premium for that?
Absolutely. They're looking for value, quality, and a business that aligns with their values. So shout it from the rooftops, highlighting those eco-friendly practices. That's a major selling point.
Okay, so you're not just meeting a demand, You're tapping into a customer base that really cares about this stuff, and they're willing to put their money where their mouth is, right? But let's talk about the money side of things for the business owner. The research mentions something called strategic pricing. Is it just about being the cheapest option out there? Because I always feel like when I see something that's like way cheaper than everything else, I kind of wonder, is it actually any good?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That's a classic mistake, actually. Underselling yourself, that's a recipe for burnout, not success, especially in this business. Strategic pricing, it's about finding that sweet spot, right? So you're staying competitive, but you're also reflecting the value that you bring to the table. Think back to those service packages we were talking about.
Right. The tiered approach. Basic, deluxe, premium.
Exactly. Each tier allows you to cater to different budgets, but it also lets you highlight the value of those premium services. Don't be afraid to charge more for specialized treatments, eco-friendly products, those really meticulous details that really set you apart. Think about detailing the engine bay.
Okay, yeah, that's next level.
Right. It's not your average car wash, but for a car enthusiast, game changer.
Totally. So you're speaking their language, you're understanding what your ideal customer really values, and you're also saving them something that honestly is more valuable than dollars these days.
100%.
Ah.
Convenience is king or queen. You're coming to them. They don't have to waste their precious time at a car wash. And speaking of efficiency, your research, it highlighted online booking and payment systems. This is huge.
Yeah, I can't even imagine trying to manage appointments and payments with a notepad and a calculator.
Right. Thank goodness for technology. But are those tools, are they really essential when you're just starting out? Maybe you're a one-person show. Do you really need all the bells and whistles? It might seem like overkill at first, but trust me, those tools, they're game changers. Think about it, online booking systems like Acuity Scheduling or Calendly. Your clients, they can book online whenever they want, 24/7. No more phone tag, no more trying to think up schedules. And then payments. Offering different options is key. Cash is fine. But these days, people expect digital wallets, credit card processing.
It's just smoother, right, for everyone.
Exactly. And it makes you look more professional.
No more digging for loose change in your car. Okay, but even with all the tech in the world, I still think there's something to be said about good old-fashioned customer service, right?
Oh, absolutely. A simple thank you can go a long way. Following up with clients after a service, it shows you care, right? A quick message, maybe asking for feedback or offering a discount on their next appointment, that can turn a one-time customer into a raving fan.
They become an advocate for you. Speaking of advocates, your research also mentioned referral programs. It's like having your own little army of brand ambassadors out there spreading the good word. So what's the most effective way to tap into that word-of-mouth magic?
It's all about incentives. Offer a discount, right? Both for the person referring and the new client. Everybody wins. You could even do a tiered system where bigger rewards get unlocked with more referrals.
Ooh, I like that. Creates a little bit of friendly competition. It makes people feel like they're part of something, and it encourages people to spread the word. But while we're talking about getting the word out, what about offline strategies? We've talked a lot about the online stuff.
Online is crucial, don't get me wrong, but never underestimate the power of actually getting out there face-to-face. Attend those local car shows, community events, gets your name out there, puts a face to your brand right, lets you connect with potential customers directly. You never know who you might meet. Could be a potential business partner, even an investor.
It's about those real-world connections, networking. But let's be real. Behind every successful detailing business, there's got to be a well-organized entrepreneur, right? You got to have your act together. And your research, it suggested using accounting tools, things like Xero or QuickBooks. Are those really necessary when you're first starting out? Can't you just stick with a spreadsheet for a while?
You're building a business here, not just detailing cars. And a spreadsheet, it might seem tempting at first, but trust me, accounting software, it's going to save you so much time, so many headaches, and probably even money in the long run. These tools, they just streamline everything. Invoicing, expense tracking, even generating those financial reports so you can actually see how your business is doing.
So it's an investment worth making, like having a little accountant in your pocket.
Exactly. And speaking of investing in your business, your research also mentions staying up to date on industry trends and innovations. Because the thing is, the car care world, it's constantly evolving.
It's you got to be on your toes, always learning. What are some of those innovations that caught your eye when you were going through this research?
We're seeing some really cool stuff with like ceramic coatings, waterless wash technologies, some detailers. They're even using like electrostatic sprayers to apply disinfectant now.
Wow, to really get in there.
Exactly. Which, post-pandemic, that extra level of hygiene, that's something a lot of customers are looking for now.
Makes sense. It's not just about making cars shiny anymore. It's about, like, peace of mind, too. But speaking of expanding, your research mentioned something about expansion opportunities. Is that something to think about from day one? Or is it better to, like, really nail down the basics before you start branching out?
You're on the right track there. Walk before you can run, right? Focus on building a really solid foundation first. Get that consistent income, that loyal customer base. Then you can start exploring those growth opportunities.
Okay, so don't get ahead of yourself. But when you are ready, what kind of opportunities are we talking about? What does, like, scaling up even look like in the mobile detailing world?
It could be something as simple as adding premium services, like headlight restoration, leather conditioning.
So you become, like, the car whisperer.
Right. Those are high-value services, so they can really boost your revenue per customer. You're already there, might as well offer the works.
Exactly. You become the one-stop shop for all things car care.
And then, as the demand grows, you could even think about partnering. Team up with other mobile service providers, maybe window tinting, dent repair.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Offer those bundled services, make it super convenient for your customers.
From solo detailer to, like, mobile car care mogul, it's amazing to see how much potential there is in this industry. And you've really opened our eyes to all the different aspects of it. So we've covered a ton of ground here today. We've talked about understanding the Australian market, strategic pricing, the power of online tools, staying ahead of the curve with all the new innovations. It's a lot, but our listener, clearly someone with an entrepreneurial spirit, ready to get out there. So for someone listening thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, I'm ready to get started, what would you say are the key takeaways here?
So to really make it in the mobile car detailing business in Australia, you got to offer a service that's customer-focused, convenient, and top-notch quality. Remember, Australians, they're all about convenience, but they also care about sustainability, so really play that up. Don't be afraid to charge what you're worth because your expertise, that convenience you offer, it's valuable. And embrace technology, whether it's those booking systems or those cool new detailing gadgets. Oh, and never stop learning. That's a big one.
The industry is always changing. And use those before and after photos.
Oh, yes.
Those are like gold. Show off those skills.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, right?
Yeah, totally. Turn those satisfied customers into, like, raving fans. Let them be your billboards. So for our listener who's probably already out there picking out the perfect name for their business, what's the one piece of advice, the one golden nugget you'd leave them with?
You've done the research. You've gone through this whole deep dive with us. Now go out there and take action. Start small. Become a master of your craft, build those relationships, and remember, every car you detail, that's a reflection of your hard work, your dedication.
It's not just about making cars shine, it's about creating a business that you're proud of. So go out there, make those cars sparkle, and show Australia what you've got. This has been The Deep Dive, helping you navigate the world of knowledge, one fascinating topic at a time. We'll catch you in the next one.